WIFTV PM.
Ladies Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Remy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I be done had a heart
You
attack.
gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, that not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah.
I don't like that one.
Because I'm the boss of this family.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Move your body, don't nobody party like your body, pardon me, but I'm through. I got eyes on something that ain't you. I done seen how you move and heard about what you do. So I don't want no parts of that art. Hourglass figure, but not too smart. I done seen you with a couple of guys, couple of drinks, couple of hands all on your thighs. And I already see your next Vic. Free drinks and a couple of neck tricks. I'm not sure if you into it or into him, into deep or into them. All I know is in the interim, I have no interest to sink or swim. I can see the thirst on your face. Can't wait to catch it in the Me Too case. So I keep it moving in the 2-3 pace. Checking you ain't worth the deposit in that chase. You see my face. Yeah, you see my face.
I want somebody to love me for me. Happy, happy is where I wanna be. I want somebody to love me for me. Happy, happy is where I wanna be.
You stumbling, wondering what to think. Approaching, fumbling, food and drink. Slurring and sweating like you stink. Even if I did your gender, we ain't in sync. Be original, don't follow the crowd. Dope fiend, lean, smelling like that loud. I'm looking at your friends and they ain't that proud. Knowing next time they hang, you ain't allowed. So stop giving me the googly eyes, or you gon' force me to tell you a few of these lies. My crew know the mission like 3 or 4 spies. Heard your guy tell you to chill, word to the wise. That hard liquor and bad food, a bad mood. So I'm a stiff arm sidestep, a bad mood. I'm trying to live my life, not catch an attitude. Normally I'm nice, but I'm about to get rude. Move your body.
I want somebody to love me for me. Happy, happy is where I wanna be. I want somebody to love me for me. Happy, happy is where I wanna be.
You see me, you see him, my best friend. He hold me down like ankles fighting the waves. A partner to my crime, yeah, I do time. Till I'm with you, I be counting the days. Yeah, ooh, been through so many things, but we always get through. Yeah, ooh, ain't always perfect, but it's worth it. This is deeper than the surface. If I said I didn't love you, you and I know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, something about you, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy. now I don't think it's the time, I won't do it. I think it's cause the way you talk to me, know how to say it without making me feel little. You're gracious even when you pop off on me. When you get done, I got a little something to drop off on you. Because you earned it with the time you took to put it that way. You got me liking to get put in my place. I didn't love you, and I know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, something about you, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why you make it easy to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. Easy to you make it easy. Say, take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. You make it easy. You make it easy. You make it easy.
No, no, ooh. One time, no, no, ooh, no, no.
Crescent moon, drop top cruising, old school music, old school juicy. Gotta make my way to you. Pull up on that ass like, ooh, I wanna take you to New York, Chicago, LA, Houston, down all over London, Paris, the A, the Bay, everywhere. I wanna take you downtown, show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you downtown, show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you down. I wanna take you down. I wanna take you downtown, show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you downtown, show you all the finer things in life.
Lake Shore. I made sure to
WIIFTV PM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said. Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian. Emmanuel's another case, he was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Lenders give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this the way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Reese the Ruler in the building, and we are running a little bit behind because I don't know what's going on with the internets or what's going on. I feel like Switcher and Restream are having a fight right now. And now that Switcher, I know y'all like, what the hell? But I feel like the two software companies that we use to operate are seemingly having a challenge with each other. And so just like yesterday when I was trying to put the broadcast and put it back on and put it back on and back it down and deleted the app so y'all went away, the show went gone, all of that good stuff. But you can see it's always whippersnapper clearer. Like I feel like they be slowing it down for the other guys. Because if you see today, like you can come and see it's a different, I'm looking at my screen like that. But I don't have no graphics. So I was busy trying to reload all the stuff because when you delete the app, then it takes all the stuff off. Then you got to try and put it all in, and all them scrolls and all that stuff is all hand typed out, and it's just a mess. And so here I am at 6:30, a half hour late, trying to get the Maze Jackson morning show started. So let's do this because I'm like the pilot who be walking up. Y'all been sitting on the plane, and the pilot come walking up like, hey, how's everybody doing? Y'all been ready to go? Trying to get on the plane, you got somewhere to go. It's Friday. On your way to a destination. I'm hitting buttons and everything just is doing its thing today. So this Friday is acting like a Monday. And I don't like Monday. Well, actually, you know what, I like Mondays too. So let me tell you what I do though. I don't let it stop us because you know they say one monkey don't stop the show. The show must go on. So let's get it cracking. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Reese the Ruler on the ones and twos. DJ Reese the Ruler, how you feeling today?
Blessed by the best. You already know the rest. Is Friday, man. It's Friday.
Hey, man, it's Friday. It's going to be a long day today, though.
Yes, for sure.
Well, that's because you probably got to work here. You got to probably go change it. Got to change up. Then probably, because I'm sure both fields probably open for lunch. So you probably got to go jump on the whip, ride out to the burbs, get on the grill. You know what, Reese? I used to say you smell like smoke, but now you smell like a different smoke. No, I'm just playing. Do y'all wood? You cook it on the wood? Or how you cook it? What you use barbecue? You use coals? Or do you use wood? Is it wood fired? How you make it?
It's a little bit of both. So, like, we got one of them big old smokers in there. So, like, it's kind of like chocolate.
Got a chimney?
Yeah.
Oh, so you got a smokehouse that smoke that when you outside, you be like,
yeah.
Oh, let me, you know what? Okay, so check this out. I'm trying to figure out my South Path this week. So I got to figure out my South Path because I done talked to everybody that done told me they done been to both fields, right? I'm just telling y'all, both fields. Mess around and don't get no whistling for the black people special. If we don't come in there one day, y'all better get the Saturday or Friday whiftable special. Something going on in this mug. You get an extra tip. But I'm going to try and make the game. I got to get the game plan together to get out there so I can get me some rib tips. Reese, we probably get you to cater some of our events too, man. You know, we got to figure some stuff out. You know, we got to get the circle going. It is the Maze Jackson Show. So, Reese, you queuing this weekend?
Yeah, I got it's all me today and tomorrow.
All by yourself? Not by yourself. Not by yourself. Because you got that thing. Hold on. Hold on. You bulletproof?
The glass. Well, you know
No, I'm saying y'all got a spinner? You put your barbecue in the thing.
Nah, we ain't got that. We just got a little slide though. We all right.
Nah, I'm just saying, I be feeling like, you go to the
slide.
Well, you know what though? I don't think actually, so I don't, this is my problem, Reese. This could be my problem. I haven't been in a bulletproof store in a long time. I might be losing my edge, dog. I might be losing it. I'll be like, actually, I take that back. When I go to the store with my cousin. And he got to get his bees, that's probably, I go with him. But he do be looking around like, damn, man, is there a better way to do this?
Nah. You got to Uber it to you.
What? Huh?
You can have people deliver stuff like that to you.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to pay for that, though, dog. I mean, it can't be. What you gonna be like? Uber me at 2. Well, actually, then you gotta be like, cause see, then if you let the Uber guy do it, then you can't argue with Wally about the fact that he done put a sticker over what the real cost is.
Yeah, I be hating that.
Come on, man.
It said right on there.
Man, say right. It's printed on the. So when I used to work at Coca-Cola, we used to have to. Like, they would have sale prices for corner stores, right? And, so we would say, you have to sell it. We'll give it to you, and we'll make sure you make your margin, because we still sold Coke, too, and so they was trying to get rid of it all, right? So they was like, but you can't. We're going to sell it to you for, 20 cents or, let's say, 50 cents a bottle. You cannot sell it for... right? Because it was supposed to make much. And they would sell it to you for let's say $0.25 a bottle. And say, fam, if you sell this for the right price, you will make 4 times your money. Guess what your boys did? They got it, right? And because look, we went through everything. We was like, because it used to be printed on the bottle. Man, so then we was like, okay, put a big old, man, Joe. They be like, that ain't what. Then they start taking the labels off. So anyway, Reese.
Yeah. It's at 99 cents right there. Why I got to
99 cents? What? Because it's my stuff. Because he'd be like, if you never heard of a food desert, well, check it out. We got a bee desert. Yeah. And they always do this. It'd be 2 stores right to each other. And I feel like they have an agreement. Nah, dog. You putting your stickers on yours, I'm putting stickers on mine. I feel like there's some collusion going on. But I'm going to let that be for right now, because this is the Maze Jackson Show. And we will get a letter. So we don't want none of that. Anyway, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Y'all see my hoodie? It say the hundreds. Right? Let's say
the bomb hundreds.
The bomb hundreds. Is that what it means? I don't know where I was in my closet last night, and I was trying to find a sweatshirt, and then I was about to put this on, and I was like, wait, this say the hundreds. The bomb hundreds, is that a close? I don't know, but shout out to the hundreds. Shout out to my man, VB. He always be like, wow. And this ain't really it says the hundreds. So this ain't it for real. This couldn't have been from our South. Because the hundreds say hundreds. H-U-N. How you spell hundreds? H-U-N-N-I-T-S. The hundreds.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't nobody say the hundreds. I'm from the hundreds. Okay. Man. Oh, get it to me. If you can get it to me. Oh, happy birthday to Rickey Hendon. But Reese, it's been going down. So, man, Charlie. Reese. Oh, did we take the soul plane off? All right, so let's do this. Let's take the soul plane off. So let's get this thing up and away. We are 60,000 feet in the air. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Reese. Oh, damn. Where we going, to Abu Dhabi? We got to go see BRITNEY, Joe. You know how I say free BRITNEY? It's freed BRITNEY. I should have got me a t-shirt made. Did you see her on the Did you see her on the TV at all? Looking like they just had to like, I'm out of here. Like I ain't finna say nothing till I get up off this mud. I don't know if anybody's seen any interviews or anything like that because I was super occupied last night. But Brittany Griner did get out. She was freed yesterday. There was a lot of controversy. So you know, Reese, I was talking a little smack yesterday, right? Because I was thinking like, what's she, 20 and 9? She averaged 20 and 9, 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 feet with women. Reese, she's supposed to be doing like 35 a night, yo. Like 7 foot, and she could dunk, right? Brittany Griner could dunk. Anyway, so let me tell you. First of all, before anybody gets all twisted up, these are all jokes, right? If it was a comedian one day, like I would love to be able to tell these as jokes without y'all being mad. But I really am glad that they freed her, right? But so I was telling some jokes, but then as I was telling jokes, I was realizing that people were actually feeling that for real. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, Dad, you know, because the Marine didn't get out. Right? He stayed, and Brittany Griner got out. And so, you know, I was saying, Dad, dog. You know, I was talking smack, whatever. But I realized that there are actually people who feel that way. And so I want to talk about it in a little while because I do think it's an interesting, precarious position that happened. And I feel like I want to talk about it just because I feel like Vladimir Putin was pretty slick. The way he played that. Now, you can't make a deal that nobody wants that is not offered. You can offer, but they were saying the dude wasn't never even talking about getting a 2-for-1. And they said that Paul Whelan wasn't even on the he wasn't even part of the negotiations. Russia wasn't even hollering about that. They was like, yo, people gonna be so mad at this one. But then I was thinking, Reese, the white people are probably like, hold on. The white, like, I feel like I gotta stop telling the joke because I'm gonna probably be giving white people the ammunition. That 20 and 9, because yesterday, we'll talk about it. But anyway, I do want to talk about it because it's great. It was. I think that some of the debate is interesting, and it was kind of weird because I was going to. I think said Jay when he talked about, like, that's when I realized that people were actually potentially, even black people was like, hold on, that wasn't a fair trade. Now I know it's some Africans somewhere like, hold on. Dude finna be selling some more bombs, it's probably gonna be some one-armed people somewhere who are like, this ain't a good deal. But I do want to talk about it a little bit because I do think perception matters in the process. I know, Juan, I am not on Twitch because right now there is a fight between the two operating systems that I have, and so that's why I'm on Facebook and YouTube. Come on back over, Juan Martinez. Reese, is y'all the Juan Club? Juan and Day Juan.
Right. You think over there they had a free merchant of death? That thing over there?
No. They don't be saying free the guys, and I was gonna say free the guys, but I ain't. You know, you think they did? Hey man, his mama and them, they showed a picture of him on the airport though, on the tarmac. His mama was there with flowers. Dog, that was some gangster. That was gangster. Did you ever see The Lord of War with Nicolas Cage? You should watch it, dog. It's really a good. He was like, I'll be out, man. You should really watch it. You should really, really watch it. Okay. Reese. Okay. Have you seen what's going on with Rickey and JaMal?
What they done did now?
Lord. This is the difference between millennials and the old school. And I feel like my man Rickey got caught up in the old school game. And you just can't trust the millennials with the old school. You know, like things that used to be cool for us to do, we can't really do that no more. Because you can't do it with millennials because millennials will tell on you. Right? Things that used to be part of the game. You know, he say game is sold, not told. See, the game was sold, not told, and the millennials be like, I'm recording everything. The death of the world, the end of the good times in the world.
Oh, they ain't hit him with the recording.
Yeah, they hit him with the recording. Okay, so I gotta tell you, dog. I reached out to Rickey. It's his birthday. He don't really want to hear it because I'm sure they done probably whooped him up on it. But anyway, JaMal Green has released a recording on Media Takeout that said that has Rickey Hendon negotiating with one of his campaign workers. Reese, so I really want to break this down from my own perspective. But man, dog, I got a whole bunch of feelings about this.
You can even call them and use them as leverage or something. Hey, I got this.
Reese.
Ain't that how they used to do
it? Reese. That's the millennial stuff. That's the millennial stuff. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. And this is my honest opinion, but we gonna talk about it later.
From this day forward, anytime there's somebody around him with political, ain't gonna say nothing, right? They ain't gonna be like.
So I would say that, okay, understanding that the perception is going to go against Rickey, I must tell you, Reese, that I would have nominated my man, Harold, just so you know, the Marine took an oath for the country. Did you know he was dishonorably discharged? Right? And he worked for a security company, a private security company. I'm gonna come back to you, Reese. So okay. So I gotta say JaMal Green released a recording of allegedly. All this is alleged. So I don't want Rickey it's alleged. Now the person on the tape says, I'm Rickey Henry, I'm a man of my word, but I'm just gonna say this is alleged because I just saw the media takeout. I do think that I would nominate a person who records a call and puts it on media. I would probably back in my day, they would have probably got nominated for the 304 award. Okay? Just being straight up. That's if I was, so I don't know if I could, so the language I would use around this is very, how about this one? Is it okay to, I feel like that's kind of a moist move. Now I feel like y'all can behind the scenes it, but I don't know, Reese. I don't know how I feel about it. We're gonna play the tape. I'm gonna let you hear it. He said get the whole tape, right? Somebody send me the whole tape. I'm gonna take the 3 pieces that we got because it's right. This is a lesson in personal versus business, and lesson between personal and business, old school versus new school, 48 laws of power, know who you're dealing with. But I feel away, man. I feel away. I'm not, and then it's the other part of, it's the perception that Okay, so we're going to talk about it in a little while. But anyway, Rickey Hendon got on a recording, or allegedly, a recording by JaMal Green offering one of the guy who challenged Rickey Hendon's petitions, and I'll get his name, it's in the article, tried to get him to withdraw the challenge. And he's on the thing, he offers financial support, legal support. Reese, why you close your eyes? So Reese, we're going to talk about this because in another life, it's like y'all millennials got these cell phones and y'all millennials and y'all sometimes be too clever for your own damn good. And sometimes, you just never know who you're talking to. So that's why they say, that's why Ed Burke used to say, not Ed Burke, Ed Verdoliak used to be like, always talk like somebody's wearing a wire. Talk to people like they always wearing a wire. And there's one more reason why I ain't gonna be returning calls. Cause y'all is just woo! I'm gonna play it though, cause it was dog Reese. It was like, if you was just like a random person, you'll be like, and all the millennials like, and I'm like, man, we from Chicago, dog. What is you doing? What are you doing? Like, we have, okay, I'm not even going to go here. I'm not even going here right now. But at 7 o'clock, I'm just going to let y'all know my real thoughts on this whole thing. I'm going to break it all down for you, too. I want to have a moment of silence for Giovanni Jenkins and Curtis Hardiman. I don't know if you all heard this story. It is the story of the 2-year-old who was found in the home in Chatham on 81st and Drexel. His mother was shot dead and his grandfather was shot dead. And the baby was in the house in a pamper. And the co-worker said she didn't show up for work. So they talked to the boy for like 5-7 hours on a FaceTime and nobody ever came. And that's what made them send the police. And when they got there, it was 2 dead people. Father and daughter. The 2-year-old was unharmed. Moment of silence. All right. Art Institute uneducates Kanye West. Did you see that, Reese? The Art Institute, so they put a petition out to take away Kanye West's honorary degree. I'd be like, take your sting in it. Man, see how they love you, then they hate you? Right? How you gonna take back some education, Reese? Remember so one of my good friends in another community said that the difference between us and them is that they valued education. And what they were always taught is that no matter what they take from you, they can never take away your education. Right? They just took Kanye's. They can't take what's in his brain, Reese, but they took his paper back. But it was honorary anyway because he didn't even go to the school. So they used him for his fame and his props when he was considered the world genius. And then, right, like, so so if we taking stuff back, are y'all gonna start taking stuff back to, I'm not defending Kanye, but are y'all gonna start taking stuff back to Africa that y'all wearing in y'all crowns? Y'all gonna take our stuff back you gonna give King Tut back? You gonna start giving Africa back his stuff? Whew. Reese, man. All right. Assault weapons ban in Illinois, Reese. J.B. Pritzker is talking about assault weapons ban. I think I'm going to buy me an assault weapon this weekend. No, I'm not playing. Matter of fact, I might buy 3. Because if they're going to ban them, then I want to be grandfathered in. I have my, right? Because here go my thing. Like, so wait, you going to leave 3/4 of the country and everybody who can't get, everybody else going to still get one. Have you seen the gun? Did you see that video of the shorties with the guns at the school?
No, I can only imagine though.
Reese, that was chilling. We got 100 blickers up in here. And Reese, they showed them in a school gym. I was like, That, you know what that was like? The security just said, y'all come in the side door. Because for that many guns to be in, there could clearly not be a medical detector. Was like, and yep. I was like, and yeah, I ain't even go there. Yeah, I'm going to get me some assault weapons. If anybody thinks of any assault weapons, I think I'm going to get me a few. I want one of them shotguns that got a barrel on it. They'd be like, doo, 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 doo. Reese, white people call you and say, let's go shooting on the weekends. They just be going out to the place and be like, we can shoot anything we want because it's our property and it's our land. I'd be like, really? Crazy.
I ain't been to a shooting range in a minute.
I would hope not. I thought. We won't discuss it online, right? Right? But let me tell you what's so crazy to me about this assault weapons ban that they're adamant about passing in Illinois. You know what the driving component of it is, Reese? The 7 people who were murdered in Highland Park. Now, Reese, there's a video called 64 Dead Ops right here in Chicago, in which they list 64 dead people. I must ask you, Reese, why is black life so much less valuable? In a city where we have seen blickers, as the shorties call them, my glick, where we watch videos of people at grave sites, we watch videos of people in the basement of houses with every kid in there with blunts and guns. Automatic guns with lasers and scopes and everything. And the trauma of 7, what our kids live through every day, it was that Reese, it's still on the news. Shout out, speaking of the White House, I was about to say they was at the White House. Speaking of the White House, did y'all see our boy Tyrone Muhammad in the White House yesterday?
Nah, you at the White House doing what?
Being an international violence prevention guru. Had his name on the White House joint, standing at Tyrone Muhammad in the White House. Who would have thought? Shout it out. You know what's crazy? I want to see the people. You know, he should send that to the people he was like. I mean, you know, he was locked up with. If that's deep, man. Shout out to Tyrone Muhammad doing this thing. Hey, Reese. What else I got? Oh, and also speaking of. Okay, I'm going to Lansing. Thank you, brother. Wait, can somebody tell me what kind of shotgun that is? You know, the one with the barrel where it be, right? I want that one where it, I really want a Gatling gun. Did you ever see a Gatling gun? You know what that is?
No.
That's that gun like on the Outlaw Josie Wells when they would set it up on the back of the wagon in the in like the Westerns, and the dude would have a crank, and it'd be like, and they'd just turn, and it'd just, a Gatling gun. It was the first kind of machine gun, but like in all the old Westerns, it was like a guy, and it'd be like, they'd be getting their butt whooped, and they'd be trying to set that bad boy up, and once they set it was the original chopper. The original chopper, and that bad boy be like, it's clearing the whole joint. Nobody had a chance once the Gatling gun got going. So you had to whack the Gatling gun guy, and then the next dude be jumping up there. All right. And the Respect for Marriage Act passed Congress. So congratulations. Interracial couples now are protected, right? Thank you to the LGBTQ community. because they slid it in with the interracial marriage as part of the Gay Marriage Right Act. Congratulations. Yes, y'all, that is the end of the headlines. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, where every day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? Reese, while we're here, since I ran a little late, I'm going to just jump into this real quick before we go to break. Hit the button. Just hit the button.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Did Vladimir Putin win the optics battle in the United States on the BRITNEY Griner release? I want you to take a moment because, my jokes yesterday were jokes. These are just jokes, Reese. And I know this is you got to be careful because I hope I don't get canceled for my jokes. But I was like, man, can you imagine what the people in Africa are thinking right now? The victims of Victor Bout, who are thinking, man, this dude is about to come back here and start selling all these weapons. We about to have to protect hide your wife, hide your kids. Because Victor Bout is coming back for Britney Spears, for Brittany Griner, who is averaging 20-9 in women's basketball. Now, that was a joke. Until I realized that it really wasn't for some people. Right? I was thinking man, this would be great. Back in the day, if I could tell jokes and stuff like that, I would have been you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a really funny joke line. Except for it's real. Now, wait, what? Y'all. Oh, okay. So anyway, Reese. Yesterday, there was an event at Obsidian. Last night, it was 2. Shout out to this. Yesterday, we had about 1.5 billion came through Obsidian. Not that we got it, but 1.5 billion in value. We had some. Joe, Obsidian is starting to turn into something, dog. I'm just here to tell you, starting January 1st, you're going to want to get your membership. You're going to want to be there, especially if you're a business person and you're trying to do deals, because the people that be coming through, and Reese, when they walk in, they be like, oh my gosh, this is really, the billionaire was like, we'll be back. I was like, straight up, matter of fact, I think we'll be holding our board meetings. What? Man, Charlie, it's it's going. Then last night, and you know what? This is the other reason that we need Obsidian. Because I actually had a physical conversation with somebody that we talked about on the show and realized that they are way deeper and way more involved than the pictures that you see. So it's one of those things where, it was funny because you know how you walk in some place and you don't know it's somebody's place, and so you be like, what? Right. So then, it's kind of you was talking about me on real. Then it was family. It's still all good, because I don't be meaning no harm. I just be, if it be in the paper in the morning when I see it, it's just what I see. I say what I see what I say. But over the course of the evening, we was talking to some military veterans and all type of stuff, and Muggs was straight up like, dog, Vladimir Putin gonna call Donald Trump. So wait, Brittany Griner got out while former Marine Paul Whelan remained in. A lot of people were saying, well, why didn't they do a 2-for-1? Because in our minds, Reese, I gotta be honest with you. In my mind, value. If I did a value assessment, and I don't know if this is right because I'm not tripping, but I do think that if I had an international terrorist, I'm talking about confirmed, I'm talking about cuz, Reese, you gotta go see Lord of War. And when you see how this dude got down, you'll be like, man, Joe. Man.
He maintained his innocence.
Reese, can I tell you what though? He just did what happened in the movie. He just did what happened in the movie at the end. He said, I'll be out of here. He's like, dude spent his whole career trying to chase this dude down. Chase him down, lock him up finally. And he'd be like, I must break you. He like, I'm going to be out of here. Reese, he walked out. He was on the airport, on the airpad tarmac yesterday. Like, yeah, I told you, I might do 7. But you know how Reese.
Come back and kill you. I'm definitely
Reese,
gonna kill you.
Reese, dang. I was just thinking about that. Remember I was asking you, would you sit down for 10 million for how many years?
See, Tyler.
Reese, he done sat down. He coming back, but he about to get billions. And okay, so I'm through talking about that. But I gotta ask you. So let's take the black people out of it, right? Because I didn't watch Fox News, but I wonder what white people was thinking when the 7-foot black woman who is also acknowledged as LGBTQ, how much did they value her release over Bill Whelan? I mean, over, what did I say his name was? I forgot his name. But anyway, the question becomes, was Putin smart to do that to create another rift in the United States? Like, perception-wise, Reese, it's almost hard to the average naked eye. And then here's another story. Did you know there was another white guy named Mark Fogel that earlier, right after BRITNEY Griner, got 14 years for cannabis, cartridges, medical cannabis in his luggage, and he's still there too. The United States is saying they don't even know if he count. So now imagine white America.
He got 9 years too, did he?
He got 14.
For having a cartridge?
For medical cannabis, yes. Now let me explain this to you. Let me explain this to all y'all. You can sit back in your chair all day long.
And he was leaving and coming back home?
Uh-huh.
Y'all gotta leave it there. Y'all got
Reese. But let me explain this to the millennials. I know what y'all think is fair, and I know that in the United States we cater to this BS. But when you go to a foreign country, your rules don't count, and what you think is fair don't count. Go to Indonesia and go over there and have some sex and let them knock on your door. And you ain't got a marriage certificate. And then be crying that you got locked up and went to jail because they told you our law is. Because the problem with Americans is we think that we don't have to follow nobody else's rules. So now, white America is hearing the story where a former U.S. Marine is being left in Russia. They said he was sitting. Now this the crazy part though, Reese. How did he get an interview with CNN in the Gulag in Russia on the same day so he could tell everybody how sad he was that he was happy for BRITNEY, but he didn't get to go home. So all the white people could be like, hold on.
What you mean by like he got an interview?
Reese, how are we getting quotes from somebody in prison in Russia on the same day that this is happening? And if you're the United States, why are you allowing it to happen? Right? Like that, because Russia is like, oh no, we can ready to gas it up. And you know who can ready to jump on top of this? You know who about to be on top of this, Reese?
Who?
Your boy in Mar-a-Lago. I would have brought that Marine home and make America great again.
That's right. You would have made sure everyone got home.
Oh, Reese, you still holding on? You still holding on?
Hey, I'm telling you, yes, sir. Let's go ahead. Another 4 years. One more.
Oh, Reese. He toast, dog. He's through. They done cooked him. After the Herschel Walker debacle, they like, we through with y'all. Look, we could be Trump, but it can't be Trump. We could be Trump-like, but so here's the thing. Let me be clear to everybody. None of us are foreign policy experts, right? And the reality is Putin was not offering up the other guy. So if you listen to Secretary Blinken, he was like, we couldn't make a deal that wasn't there, that wasn't offered. They said 1 for 1. If you want Brittney Griner back, you got to give us Victor Bout. Now, Joe Biden in the United States probably was thinking about all of the black women that voted for him, knowing that he missed with Kamala. Sorry, my bad. Because anyway, I'm stop on that. And so Reese, he takes the deal. Now, I can't say that anybody's life has greater or less value, right? I'm not in that game. What I am just talking about here right now is the perception that, and I want black women and anybody that's trying to dispute me on this conversation to think about how much you tell us the lack of value that the black woman has in the eyes of this country, right? And so imagine if you're watching this from the viewpoint of Fox viewers. Imagine if you are a veteran, like somebody in Virginia, you know, like those military places where it's a lot of military people. I think Joe Biden is going to have a challenge. Now, I ain't going to have a challenge, and let me not take that. I just wonder, does Putin win with this? Does he further divide the country with this? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Freed Brittney. I'm super happy that she's freed. I can't wait to see the press conference. I really want to know what happened. Hey, man, but one, you said she committed a crime. But I'm telling you, the other dude committed a crime because he was a spy. And he was dishonorably discharged. Now, I would say, Reese, that's all the more of his profile, right? Because if you say you as dishonorably, like if you go to Russia and you a spy, and you be like, yeah, I still work for the military, they're going to be like, you a spy. You say, man, I got fired. He's disgraced. Then you probably could get your cover. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Reese the Ruler. Let's open up the phone lines. I just want to know if I'm crazy in thinking that Vladimir Putin was crazy like a fox when he pulled this move. Do you think white America was as concerned about Brittney Griner as us? Reese?
Probably. Probably.
When has white America cared about black people? Hold on. Well, it could have been, but she is a celebrity. And I'm not just, but Reese, I'm not talking about the people. I'm not talking about the WNBA. I'm not talking about Brian and none of them. I'm talking about how many people you think in Central Illinois was like?
I think she was noticeably enough for people to like care about her getting home.
Okay. You think everybody? You think she was is she like
70% sure at the least 60.
Okay. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Look, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about Brittney Griner coming home, and then we're going to talk about this Rickey and JaMal getting it in. It was crazy, so we're going to talk about it a little bit. JaMal, you're more than welcome to call. Rickey, you're welcome to call. Rickey said he's not calling because it's his birthday. So happy birthday, Senator Hinder. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, From 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 AM. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
The other day, but it's already gone away. I had some bills that I had to pay. I need my money. I roll the money. Y'all know the hustle. I need my money. I roll the money. Y'all know the hustle for that bag. Went to the ATM, 2 or 3 of them. I put my card in, but no cash came out. I wanted to shout. See, if you're rich, you can get a bad bill. But if you're poor, all you're gonna hear is no, 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 no. I need my money. I roll the money. I need my money. I need my 10K, my 10K, my 10K.
You know the last time I asked you for my money,
Baby, what's going on?
and you gave me some lame excuse. I don't want to hear none of that.
But there's no here
Give me my money.
I ain't got nothing else for you. You better leave me alone. This is my roll of money. Y'all know the hustle, and y'all know how we hustle. You know I gotta secure that bag, and you know I gotta hustle. Y'all know, 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 y'all know the hustle. Nigga gon' hustle. 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 Get that bag.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Reese and Ruthie and Ty, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't tryna help us, they ain't tryna do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect, you oppressed, it's all wrong.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Reese the Ruler, on the ones and twos. And I got to tell y'all, man, I do think that Vladimir Putin knew how to create some controversy in the country. I think one of the things that yesterday when we were watching some of the news coverage and shout out to the military veteran who was in the building, who pointed out that, what's his name, Reese? I gotta find his name. I blew it. I had it, and then once, you know how you say something, you had it locked in? Paul Whelan did not get free, and they marketed him as a former U.S. Marine. Now, when you say U.S. Marine, you know the Marines, people be like, the Marines some wild boys, but they the first one in. So you know you feel a way if you're a patriot, you feel a way. And I really feel like he knows how to drive a wedge, because Brittney Griner is a black woman who has limited value in America, as demonstrated numerous times. Wait, Senator Kyrsten Sinema leaves the Democratic Party. What? Oh, Lord, what is going on? Okay, so anyway, y'all, give us a call, 872-259-7474. I am happy Brittney is home, is on her way home if she's not. But I do think that it is going to be an opportunity or a point of contention for Americans, particularly who already want a reason to discredit Joe Biden. Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show. What's up? Caller?
Yeah, shalom. Shalom, Mikey.
Hey. What's up? Waiver. Go ahead. What's up, man? What's up, Jake?
Yeah. Now, you calling her a sister, right? Huh? Well, she was living as a man, married to a woman.
Go ahead.
And in other countries, they ain't with that. Americans, y'all, well, I don't know what y'all, they do everything under the sun. There are some countries that is not with that. You know, some countries you can't eat pork. Pork is banned. You can't even eat it. Now, Brittney, I felt sorry for the sister, kinda. But if you ain't got the creator with you, and if he against it, the whole world can come together, and they can't save you. They just can't save you, and we in them times. And I wanted to say something about Prime Time last time you was talking about him, but I was busy. I was working and stuff. But Prime, you know why he left Jackson State? You know they broke into his locker room. Right? They broke into his office and stole his stuff. That's why he's like, man, I'm out of here. I'm doing all this for y'all, and one of y'all got the nerve to come and break and take my jewelry or take my watch, take my credit card. I'm out. And also, you can buy all the guns you want. You can only shoot one at a time. You know, down here, you could go. You don't even need ID. All you need is ID. You can go. You need a gun license. They got so many guns. This white dude I was working with, he showed me they got a bed full of guns. But like I told him, you shoot one at a time.
Shalom. That's my man, Jake Israel. The thoughts and opinions of Jacob Israel are those of his own. But I think Jake just reiterated a point that probably even underlines my point, which is there does seem to be a lack of perceived value for Brittney Griner. And I do think, so, you know, Jake threw the LGBTQ in. And remember how I told you, like, if you're black first, I don't care what other titles you have. To me, Brittney Griner was a black woman who got jammed up. And when I look at her, I don't think that, like, I think she's made that an issue, but I think on Joe Biden's side, it's a plus. Does that make sense? Like, for some of the people that Joe Biden is appealing to, that was more valuable than her blackness, right? Because to some people, Russia is anti-LGBTQ. And I would argue that that constituency was probably a little bit more persuasive as to why, because they knew that Russia was anti that. Russia is clearly anti-LGBTQ, so they expected they could position that she would receive harsher treatment. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What up?
Maze.
James. What up, dog? It's Friday. What I do this time?
What's going on, bro?
What's up,
How
man?
you doing this morning?
I'm working hard, man. I'm working hard.
I told you once, I told you before. The reason they gonna keep those two white people, just like you said, they're more important than Brittney Griner. Like I said, shouts out to you to the U.S. because I thought they was gonna leave that sister there. They was gonna let her marinate, let her do her nine. But she's not irrelevant. She's not that important. Those other two white people got more leverage than Brittney does. So now they can go back to the table and negotiate again. Now the white people, Putin knows what he's doing. The white people going to be in all the uproar about how come y'all didn't let the other two white people go. The reason they're not going to let that Marine go because he's a casualty of war. He was in a wartime situation doing wartime stuff.
What was he doing?
That's completely different. The espionage.
Oh,
that
right.
was espionage. He was a spy. That's espionage. That's a whole nother level right there. That's the whole. And most of the time, your spies, like if you ever watched, what's that movie with Wesley Snipes? Remember when he was a covert ops? He worked covert ops, and then they said, well, you get caught, you're wiped off the grid. We don't even know you exist. That's how he is. Only reason he exists now and people know about him is because that the Russians using him for leverage. So that's to bring them back to the table again and get some more of their people out of U.S. custody. And you don't want a Gatling gun, Maze. You want a Vulcan. The Vulcan gun was the same gun Jesse Ventura had at Predator, Old Painless. Remember that?
Oh, right.
When he told Bill Duke it's time to bring out Old Painless. That's the new Gatling gun, the Vulcan. You can actually carry that and fire that.
Ooh, I'm looking at it right now. Okay, that's what I want. I want me one of them. M6A1A Vulcan cannon. I'm looking at it, Vulcan gun refinishing right now. I'm telling you, ooh, and I say, well, I could get one too. I got to go to Ontario, though.
I need one too.
Madison and Pulaski.
I want one too.
Madison and Pulaski. Now I need mine to be legal. I need to register it. All right, well, when I find it, James, I'm going to call you back, dog. We going to get us one.
All right, then, bro.
I appreciate you,
have
brother.
a good weekend.
Thank you. That's my man, James Say. Anybody else on the line? All right, y'all. That is the Maze Jackson Show. We're going to stop talking about Brittney Griner for now, but I just want y'all to know. I just want y'all to know, man. Reese, them white folks is finna be mad. But I would argue that Reese, Brittney Griner is free more because of her status than her blackness.
Agreed.
But it all works. I'm sure she don't care what it was. I'm on my way home, so shout out to Brittney Griner, her family, and everybody. And I think, Reese, sometimes when everybody ain't happy, then it's a reason for you to smile. So all the black people, regardless of how you feel, freed Brittney is probably making some people who wear MAGA hats. It's all good. Hey man, we ain't gonna ban you. You can speak. Just don't say no craziness. Don't try to use the word. Reese, don't be like, okay, but anyway, look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. You think she going back to Russia ever? You think she gonna play European ball? Man, I'm gonna tell you what, fam. Let me tell you what I would be doing if I was Brittney Griner in the offseason. I'll be training because I ain't going nowhere. I wouldn't probably be the furthest I'm going is Jamaica, cuz. And guess what? She probably don't even need to go. You think she's still smoking?
Oh no, that might be a tough. That's what I was thinking too. Like,
I think I might quit smoking. I might be like, this is bad. Like, you ever like a cuz, you ever look at it like he be like, and just throw it away. I think she probably like, I'm not messing with that no more.
Well, at least not cartridges for sure.
Oh, all right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I think everybody got to watch Locked Up Abroad at some point. And yesterday, speaking of Locked Up Abroad or watching, Reese, I was watching Grant last night. Ulysses S. Grant was a bad mofo. Long story, man. Anyway, Maze Jackson Show. And did you know they just sold the Southside for $600 million? Did you know that? Southside just got sold for $600 million. We're going to talk about that at 8 o'clock, but at 7:30, when we come back, I'm going to play the tape. Or not the tape, but the JaMal Green recording that was released on Media Takeout. And it's funny because, Reese, have you ever read like a story that white people, so this story that Alice Yin from the Tribune covered, she said it was, he released it to a site called, he released it to a Instagram account by the name of Media Takeout. I was like, what? He released it to a group, a Instagram account by the name of Media Takeout. Like, okay, ma'am, Miss Reporter, Media Takeout is a better source than most of like you find out from Media Takeout before you find out from 2579 CBS. Right? Media Takeout is a legitimate source in Chicago at this point. It's like, I know a lot of people that started Media Takeout. And the newspaper's like, like it's almost like when I be like, yo, y'all heard the new Jay-Z? And y'all be like, Jay-Z played out. I'd be like, he is not played out. Man, he's 60 years old. He is not 60 years old. He's 53. He's in the prime of his life. I'm taking this personal. Because I swear to God, Jay-Z's still number one. Y'all be like, who? I don't even know who no Lil Baby is. NBA Youngboy. Where did he play ball for? Never broke again. Nigga, stop spending all that money. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
A lot of thoughts in my mind, gotta designate what to leave, what to take, and appreciate. A lot of people talk fly, but I levitate. Rise above with the love when I meditate. When I meditate. I roll with God cause he never late. My sundial in denial of the Ben Franks. On the road, let's travel with a full tank. Revolutionary overture, that's too saint. That's two sons. That's two saints. Like Peter Paul, me and you could be the new saints. Let me paint a new picture on the 16. Woolly haired black man with divine jeans. Yeah, I be rapping, but these 16's art. Cathartic, therapeutic, really who needs charts? All I need is heart, God's love and some knowledge. Acknowledge, don't acknowledge, I be good, to be honest. It's like, if you never knew my name, at least I know me. Broken chains on my brain, now I'm set free. At peace in the now, I'm complete. Cause all I ever had to do is just be. Just be. Lot of thoughts in my mind, gotta designate what to leave, what to take, and appreciate. A lot of people talk fly, but I levitate. Rise above with the love when I meditate.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Reese, the ruler, on the ones and twos. Oh, so was I supposed to? You wasn't ready for me. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. So I'm going to go to this spot, Reese, and I'm gonna play this audio from our that was released on the internet yesterday. I'm gonna put it in here. And this is directly from Media Takeout yesterday. I'm gonna check. Ready? All right, here we go. So let me restart and let me set this up. According to Chicago Media Takeout Politics, a volunteer from JaMal Green campaign office has leaked the audio of Willie Wilson's campaign manager. Rickey Hendon is not his campaign manager. Rickey Hendon trying to bribe a Green staffer to drop the legal challenge against Willie Wilson and to join their team. Now, to give you some background, JaMal Green filed a challenge to Willie Wilson's petitions. He challenged 45,000 signatures. Now, Reese, if he challenged 45,000 signatures and he has over 60, then it still leaves Rickey with it still leaves Willie with enough signatures to get on the mayoral ballot. Now, I've seen the challenge, and it was a shotgun challenge. Shotgun challenge means you just look at the pages and you just challenge every signature all the way down for 45,000, and you say they bogus. And then the goal is to hope that you would knock those signatures off. But he didn't file enough challenges to even do that. So the reality is, Willie Wilson's going to make the ballot. The challenge created a media opportunity for JaMal Green. Rickey Hendon is an old school politician. Like old school. Like old school before me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Reese, I don't even know how to explain to you how moist politics is now. Because back in the day, I remember my first campaign, we was out west, man. Mugs we was dropping people off. They was getting busted in the mouth at the polling places. It was like fights. It was like fights for control of the polling places. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Rickey had the mix it up crew. Rickey had the guys that was going to the end of the world. And he had like if you went to a Rickey Hendon meeting, it was like a motorcycle gang meeting. Respectfully. Like it was a rogues gallery with all types of everybody. And can I tell you what? Whether they want to tell you or not, everybody who was trying to get on went to Rickey Hendon when it was time to do something on the west side. For a long time, Reese, Rickey Hendon was an arch enemy of mine because he was arch enemy of my political organization. I remember it was a time when Rickey Hendon had signs and we had charged $25 if we put a $25 bounty on them. That's how the game was, Reese. Like, Reese, we used to have to load up in the car at night and perform black operations. And Rickey had the crew that could do it because they was outside at night anyway. For Reese, it was a good time, man. It was like politics was a fun thing to do. But it was the rogues gallery. Now, let me play this audio from the tape. So let's back up. Rickey Hendon, as an old school political operative, one of the things that you try to do is you test everything. So Rickey went to the guy who filed the challenge, and I'll explain the challenge, but usually when you file a petition challenge, JaMal Green would not file a petition challenge. He would find somebody that nobody knows, and that person would file the challenge, and they would be as an operative, and you would know, if you're really good, nobody knows who's really challenging the petitions because some random person that you found takes their name, says they'll be the petitioner to challenge, and if they never tell their story, then you don't know, so you can't be mad at me for taking your campaign out. See, if let's say this. If I was running for office and you was running for office and Mace Jackson was running against you, then you could say you were trying to deny me access to a ballot. But if a random person says, as an independent citizen, I was looking at these petitions and I think that it is unfair that someone would scam the system, and that's why I'm challenging these petitions. That's how it used to work. So what would happen is Madigan and all them would send people in to challenge petitions of people running against aldermen or whatever, and if you ain't got no resources, you don't have no way to do the background check to find out who it is, and so you can never blame it. And like Madigan would keep a list of names of people that you never knew that would challenge your petitions. Well, as people started getting sloppier, you start to know they went and got a volunteer. They went and got somebody that you could easily identify. So apparently in this petition challenge, Rickey has identified who the person that is challenging Senator Willie Wilson's petitions. Now, let me also say that in my day, this was part of the game, right? And I kind of take umbrage to somebody recording but now. So it's like, that's a different game. So y'all went from, it's just like how we went from selling drugs to now it's cool to be a drug addict. Sort of the same thing. So it's like, it was a no snitch policy. Like, so somebody, Reese, it would be like, sometimes somebody would try and get in your office and steal your petitions. Somebody, so you couldn't turn them in, right? There was people who used to go into people's office and take them. People would pay street organizations to go intimidate your workers, to take your sheets, to do all type of stuff. And it was like, dog, that's the game. So when I heard this tape, when I heard this call, it made me finally recall memories of a day gone by. But then when I saw the immediate takeout, I was like, and there we have it. This is who we've come to. So let me play the call. Reese, you ready? You got the volume up? I'm ready.
Tell you, the lines, we both know y'all wasn't in there looking at them line by line, so Willie's gonna make it. JaMal is not. Why you have to suffer? We can work something out. You come on our team or not.
You trying to flip him.
But I didn't want to jam you, bro. I got people that know you that's like, he's cool, brother Rick, and you gave him a call, so that's why I'm calling.
Okay. All right. What you offering?
Say what now?
What you offering? This is what you offering.
Well, everybody can use some help financially, so I would help you there. That was the case. I mean, I could just go through the case. Willie got money. He paid the lawyer. Don't pay the lawyer already.
Well, like what I got to do
over with, So you let me know what you're trying to do. I mean, I ain't even got to tell you, the lines. We both know y'all wasn't in there.
Okay, hold on. That's
So, if you withdraw, I will take care of you, and you can tell me how much you would need. Don't nobody want you to lose money. But JaMal ain't gonna be on the ballot, bro. I went through that shit. I had 25 people down there for a week. Sawyer ain't gonna be on the ballot. I never miss. Don't shoot if I'm a miss. So, what about what's gonna happen with you? You got a family, kids and shit. They gotta eat. Christmas coming up. I go through this, and then, the board can look at the shotgun that they did on Willie because y'all hit every name on every page, and refer that shit over to the state's attorney. Who wants to do that? I don't want to do that to you.
Right.
So just think it over, and then you let me know if it's something you're willing to do.
Hold on, one more.
So just think it over, and then you let me know if it's something you're willing to do. You'd have to, file it. If it's a document, you'd have to file it. 69 West Washington. The judge will withdraw the objection against Willie, and I'll look out for you. I don't like putting, amounts and stuff. We are talking on the phone, but you can tell me, look, okay, I'm gonna do it. As soon as you do it, I'll meet up with you. I'll meet you down there. You know what I'm saying? And if you talk in the streets with people who know me, like the people who call me about you, they'll tell you, Rickey Henry keeps his word, whether it's good or bad. You know, I'm going to keep my word.
Right.
You know, that's why I'm kicking JaMal off, because I told him that, nigga, you know, if you run for dog catching booty liquor, I'm going to kick you off the ballot every time. Your shit better be perfect every time. I guess he thought I was joking. But I'm serious. You know. So just think it over, and then you let me know if it's something you...
So that was the call. And I got to be honest with you. I love it. I really do. I feel bad for Rickey. Because it's like, dog, it's like... I cannot lie and say that I've never been in that situation. On both sides. Now, let's be clear. When it's high level, like Reese, understand that this happens at every level. Remember when I tell you all that the real goal is to not have a race? So oftentimes, an emissary of the campaign can be dispatched. Like, to me, Reese, what I would do is find out, I would approach this one of two ways. I would find out whoever the petitioner was, and I'd find out one or two things. What would I find out, Reese? How I could help him or how I could hurt him. And then I would probably figure out, how do we sit down? Now, where Rickey messed up is he was on the phone. But now you got to watch these kids, because y'all know y'all will tape an iPhone. And the reality is, honestly, I feel like this is negotiation, right? It's like a settlement. Like, look, man, you about to be on a losing team. Because regardless of what happens now, if them petitions ain't right, you know you're going to knock JaMal off. Now, here's the problem, though. Rickey comes off as doing it for Willie. Now, Willie has released a statement that says he did not authorize that's personal between him and Rickey. Between JaMal and Rickey, he don't condone bribery. He didn't have nothing to do with that. But he also said Rickey Henry is a paid member of his staff, and he ain't. JaMal is calling on Rickey to step down. Who's on the line? I tried to get JaMal and Rickey on the phone. JaMal has not responded. And Rickey said that it's his birthday, so he probably ain't talking no way, because, you know, all the people trying to get him. So he don't want to give me the excuse, the thing. But let me read the statement from JaMal Green's press release. Let me read it to you. For immediate release. Now, I got to tell you, JaMal, my man. Okay, I'll read it to you. I'm going to read the whole release. JaMal Green's statement to the Willie Wilson press release. JaMal was recently made aware of the leaked conversations to a volunteer made online. The Go Green team takes discretion very seriously, and as such is taking steps to ensure this does not happen in the future. He was surprised a volunteer would leak this. Now, he's saying he didn't authorize it. After talking with our counsel, the video did not break the law, as it was a public setting and Rickey was engaging in criminal activity. We want the proper authorities. Okay, here's where we go. We want the proper authorities to investigate this matter further. The leaked audio in question was a conversation between Rickey Henry and Kevin Hobby. What was witnessed was appalling, to say the least. The complete brazenness of Mr. Henderson, I didn't make that up, that's what they said, Mr. Henderson, to offer a quid pro quo to such a dedicated member of our team is illegal and abominable. Mr. Green condemns the open nature of Chicago's rampant political corruption and calls for Willie Wilson to fire Hendon. Let me read some more. Well, you heard the tape. Let me read that. Mr. Green is going to run a clean campaign. which is what we expect from anyone, but who works for our anyone who works for our organization. However, JaMal Green had this to say. I'm glad someone was able to capture the corrupt openness Rickey has. Let me just say that the old ways of politics is pulling some desperate moves to drag me and my campaign down, going so far as to offer financial compensation to my ally. This city's corrupt nature shows its face almost out in the open now. Wait a minute, let me read that. This city's corrupt nature shows its face almost out in the open now. The sleazy deals, the open bribery, the big money talking, it needs to end. That's why I'm running for mayor in the first place. It's time for the new generation of leadership. If that audio didn't prove it, then I'm not sure what will. JaMal Green. Give me some comments. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. First of all, Reese, gotta hear from you, dog. What's your thoughts?
If you talk in the streets with people who know
Turn it
me,
down,
like
but you can play.
the people who call me about you, they'll tell you.
Man, like I'm shocked. I'm shocked, but not shocked because I mean it was like I understand why he did it, but it was like
Wait, which one? You understand why? Who did it?
Like Green. It was a like it's a today's type of move, but like you really, but it's like a code. You know how you trying to say like how people ain't like don't respect the old code no more and stuff like that. It was like a code, So, but I get what he like you trying to say. You told me, hey, by any means, get him kicked off the ballot, man. Listen, if this is what I can do to get one of my power pieces off the board, then I got to sacrifice. So I guess he did what he thought was best for his campaign and the advantages of his campaign, and then you got that person looking like, hey man, maybe they looking weak and they come in trying to get me to like get off the ballot and stuff like that. So I must be shaking up some leads because if you say you got me, if you say you didn't get 25 people that's been down there all this time trying to get kicked off, there ain't no even need for me to, you know what I'm saying, negotiate with you. Hey man, I got the people. You finna get off, and that's it.
So let's back up. Rickey has the signatures to get JaMal off.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
But so what he was trying to do was get the petitioner to drop the case against Willie, and I think he really would. So like to me, if it was me. And so I know that it's going to, a frivolous challenge is still going to cost you $50,000 to $60,000 to defend, right? What Rickey, in my estimation, was trying to do was trying to say, look, man, we don't want to pay the lawyer fees. Let me pay you, I don't know. If it was me, I'd be like, I would do a cost-benefit analysis. Your guy is going to lose. So if your guy is going to lose, fam, and then you're going to make an enemy, why don't you just let me not pay these lawyer fees, get out the trial? He trying to take his people, right? He trying to snatch his people from underneath him. But let's open up the phone lines. I just think he did it on the phone, and nowadays you can't. What I'm going to tell you is, though, that you can't trust no negotiations now, right?
After we play all these phone calls on the show about all this, come on, y'all. I got to know better than that, man.
Mr. Mays Jackson Show. Give us a call. Hey, Here, let me give JaMal Green want to call in. Call in. Here, I got you. Hold on. I'm gonna give him the number.
I'm gonna bring this call.
Take this caller in. Caller, you on the Mays Jackson Show. Caller?
Rogers.
Rogers? What's going on, Rogers?
Yeah.
How you doing, man? We miss you, dog.
Man, yeah, I'm doing fine, man. The first thing I want to say, you know who's going to be the mayor down there, don't
you? Who, Rogers?
The Mexican guy.
Chewy?
That's who's going to be the mayor.
He going to be the mayor, Rogers? Chewy going to be the mayor?
He going to be the mayor. You got too many peoples running. They going to split up the votes, and he going to walk right on in there. Can't these people see that?
I don't think they could see it, Rogers. I just don't.
Anybody can see that. What in the world is wrong with these people? All these people running to be a mayor. That's who Chewy gonna walk right on in there.
You don't think Lori Lightfoot could win?
No.
What?
No, she ain't gonna win.
You ain't gonna vote for it, Rogers?
No, I can't. Well, I can't. If I can't vote for.
Oh, in the city.
Because you
in Calumet City.
Park.
Oh, you in Cal
Calumet
Park.
Park.
Oh, dang. You old school. Okay. Go ahead, Roger. So
I'm right here at the borderline, right down the street from me. That's the city on that side.
You by that old Harold's used to be over there.
I'm at 12445 South Morgan Street.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell Ruthie too. So Rogers, talk to me, man. So what you think going on, man? Sure. What you think about this Rickey Hendon thing?
Oh man, that's a mess. That's a mess. These people need to sit down. Let two people run. Then they'll get somebody in there. Get somebody in there that's gonna do something. But she ain't gonna make it. She's not going to make it. And this over there in Russia, you see the two guys over there in Russia?
Uh-huh.
They'll never get out. They'll never get out until they serve their time. You can't go to no foreign country and to be a spy. That's why they didn't get them out over there. These people will never get out over there until they do their time, whatever they done gave them. No. It ain't gonna happen.
So, Rogers, you think?
Like I said,
go ahead. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
But like I said, I hate to say it, y'all when time comes to vote, you gonna have a Mexican mayor.
But at least he was plugged with Harold Washington. He said he was Harold Washington's He said he was Harold Washington's legacy. Rogers, don't you remember when he was down with Harold Washington?
Oh yeah, see, Mayor Washington is the one that calls him boy. But it's a mess, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Bag off. Some of these people need to get off and let about two people run. Then they might make it. But sure, it's gonna be the next mayor. When is the runoff? In February?
The runoff is in. So first they gotta get through the primary, which is in February.
Okay,
then the runoff is in April. You think he can win 50+1 in the first go round?
Oh yeah, he gonna make it. He gonna make it.
Who gonna be in the runoff with him?
He gonna make it.
Who is gonna be the last two?
He gonna make it. Who gonna be the last two?
Yep.
I can't say it right now.
Okay.
I can't say it, but I tell you right now, y'all gonna have you're gonna have a Mexican mayor.
Okay, hey, let me do this, Rogers. I appreciate you calling, but we got JaMal Green live on the phone line, so we're going to talk to him. Rogers, you got to call in, man. The people love you, man. The people love you. We love talking to you. Tell all them grandkids we said what's up. On the live line, y'all, we got JaMal Green. JaMal, you at?
I'm here. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, JaMal Green. Hey, man, what's up with the tape, man? Talk to me. What was going on with this tape? And, man, just talk to me, first of all. What happened? I saw you got the press release, so I want to give you an opportunity to talk.
Yeah, appreciate you. So, I didn't leak it, but let me just say, because I want to go back real quick, because you made a comment a couple seconds ago that I want to address real quick. If you read the Willie Wilson's objection, and I really think everyone should read it, you would know that Willie Wilson has a very good chance of getting knocked off the ballot. The vast majority of Willie Wilson's signatures were round table. Almost 45,000 were found fraudulent. And Rickey Hendon said, they're asking the board to throw out 45,000. That's not what that objection said. That objection said because 45,000 were found to be fraudulent, the same signature, that the whole petition should be validated. They did not number them. Dozens of pages were not numbered. Dozens of pages were misnumbered. Dozens of pages didn't have notary stamps. Dozens of pages didn't have notary signatures. Dozens of pages didn't have circulator signatures. There are so many problems with their petitions that he knew that there was who's going to call one day one day after getting the objection, who's going to call and do a whole 10-minute, desperation move? I see. After one day, you should read the objection. Everyone should.
Hey, do me a favor. Can you send that over to me? If you send it over, I'll post it. Send it over to me. All right.
I can send it over to you because, I want y'all to really read it in depth. It is an 8-page objection. It's not just because it's residency. It's not just because of fraud. It's not just the fact that they weren't binded and numbered correctly. It is so many different things that is wrong with their protection. They have a real problem. And so at the end of the day here, this is where I am. This is a petty dispute by an old school politician who continues to, hold a grudge against me and continues wanting to bother me. I'm not bothering anybody, Mace. All right. Now, I'm challenging Dr. Wilson because we knew how bad his petitions were, and we knew that he was going to allow Rickey Hendon to do what he's doing. But I'm totally clear. This is not a fight between me and Willie Wilson. This is not a fight between us. In my view, my voters would never vote for Willie Wilson. His voters may vote for JaMal Green. So I may understand, Rickey's eyes. But the fact is that we shouldn't be fighting amongst each other. We have other people in the race, right, that do not look like us. But they want to continue playing old school politics and keeping this infighting going. And it's tiring. This guy is not even in the race. He has nothing to do with this race. But yeah, he's using everything in his power to try to influence, this beef. And it just makes no sense to me. I'm trying to stay focused. This is not a priority for us. The challenges are not a priority for us. We know we have our signatures. His objection is insane, right? His objection, he is objecting, saying that he's objecting to 20,000 signatures and asking me to prove 5. So, come on. So you telling me that we can't prove 5,500 signatures out of 20,000? So what I'm saying is that we know that he has nothing on us, but he knows we have something on them. So, that's where this situation is, regardless of how you feel about me or him.
Okay, so JaMal, excuse me. Look, so what was the motivation behind dropping the audio? Like, do you feel like that violates any type of code? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like political, I know you call it old school stuff. Like I realize that the game has changed.
Did you read the press release and hear what my first sentence was, man?
Okay. Say it again. Give it to me one more time.
The audio.
I know you said you didn't leak it, right? But I'm looking at the video, bro, right, and he got your shirt on, standing there. So did he speak to you? I know you said he didn't, but be real. Like back in the day, we used to be like, I have culpable deniability.
No, but he didn't even. Okay.
He didn't what?
So what I'm saying he didn't even leak the video. There was lots of people in the office at that point. You probably see 3 people, couple people behind him.
Was this at your office that this happened?
This happened in my office, yes.
Oh, dang, okay. So were you there when it was going down?
I did hear it.
Oh, so y'all put it on speakerphone.
It was on speaker.
Got it. All right. And so you ain't say shut it down. Turn it. Did you be like, man, don't you gotta be like, I got you on speakerphone, fam? Or I'm just nervous, JaMal. So I'm gonna be like, you take me off that speaker anytime I talk to you from now on. But hey man, I'll be like, take me off the speakerphone.
Listen, like I said, it was not under my direction. Secondly, I think the real talk should be how stupid he is. Okay, that's what really we should be. You contact somebody within 24 hours on Facebook and ask them to call you. You don't know them from nothing, and then you get on the phone for 10 minutes trying to bribe them. I mean, Mays, there's more to the video. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just ridiculous to me, and I don't think we should be talking about, all the nuances, but the fact that why would you do something like this? Why? not to save. Why would you? You said something about save. What you got to save Dr. Wilson money from? He got $5 million in his account. You get what I'm saying? $50,000.
Hey man, let me tell you, if it's me though, I'm gonna try to.
Come on.
I got you. Look, I'm gonna tell you, cause I probably Maze. If I thought that the challenge was gonna cost $60,000, I'd be like, if I could say
you ain't got that money.
Huh? Okay.
you ain't that rich.
You're right. I was gonna talk some smack, but I ain't that rich. You're right. Let me shut that.
I'm just saying, like, come on. Dr. Wilson already, he said in the video, he already paid the attorney. He can go through with it because he got the money. That's what he said in the video.
So let me ask a question, JaMal. Let me ask you: Is this a continuation of the beef that you and Rickey have? Is this is your ultimate goal to make Willie?
This is the continuation of the beef, yes, because he's continuing it. I have no beef with him. I don't know the man. I ain't never had one decent conversation with the man.
He said you said your mama, though. He said you said his mama, man. Did you talk about his mama?
I probably did. I probably didn't. But 4 years ago, he would. If y'all remember what he did to me in the challenge 4 years ago, where he was down there yelling at me, calling me PUSSYs and change your pants. He was doing all this craziness like I wasn't going to defend myself. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, at that moment, while it got heated 4 years ago, I probably did respond saying one of those things he probably said. Probably did. But the point of the matter is this 4 years later, and it's not about him. It's not about him. This is about the future of our city. This is about this mayoral race. And, you want to get on the press every day and say, hey, I'm challenging JaMal because he said your mama. I'm challenging JaMal because I told him if he ran for dog catcher, I'm challenging. You know what I mean? I mean, it's petty. It's petty. And Dr. Wilson on TV and radio every single day saying, well, I ain't telling him to do that against JaMal. I ain't telling him to do it. But you funding him. So, it's just insane. It's just insane. Leave me alone. I'll leave y'all alone. Y'all go about y'all business. I'm not trying to have a beef. So if that's the deal, then that's the deal. You get what I'm saying? I don't need his money. I don't need anything from them.
You just want him to leave you alone.
Leave me alone. That's it. 100%. I don't have any beef with you. That was 4 years ago. I don't even remember nothing that was said 4 years ago. Stop bothering me. Y'all go about y'all business. I stop bothering. I don't have nothing to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not my focus. Willie Wilson can't win this race. Would never win this race. So it's not my focus.
All right, young brother. I could respect that. I can respect your gangster. If you want to push back, somebody want to push, they pushing you pushing back. That's that. Hey, brother.
That's it.
Hey, so let me ask you a question.
And they're 10 times worse than mine. Oh my God, you should see them. You should put these.
So can we get both of y'all to drop the challenges? Could we get you and Dr. Wilson? 100%. If we could get you and Dr. Wilson to chill out, like you and Dr. Wilson. And if Dr. Wilson could rein in Rickey, would y'all two stop challenging each other and stop the public beef?
100%.
All right, y'all heard it right there.
I've been clear about that. I've been clear about it from the beginning. I don't need $1 from him. I don't need anything from him. Leave me alone. And there's no more beef. I hate the fact that this mayoral race for the last week got JaMal Green versus Rickey Henry. It makes no sense.
It's
not what this race is about.
It's actually a great tactic, though, right? Because what it does is it takes the conversation away from. It doesn't have you having mayoral conversations. It has you having Rickey Hendon conversations, and Rickey's not running for mayor. But it's one of the tactics that I used to do, which is to antagonize the hell out of the opponent, so I become the target instead of the person that they're really going after.
For sure. I understand.
All right, brother. I appreciate you calling in. Anything else you want to tell the people? You got the mic.
No. I just, that's the deal. I hope we can end this. I relate that to Willie Wilson. You should look at that challenge because their challenge is saying nothing but prove 5,500 signatures out of 20,000. So, Maze, if you do the math, I would have had to done a very, very bad job getting signatures if I can't prove 5,500 signatures out of 20,000 signatures. So that's all they asked for was, we want to try to get them to a records examination to waste our time and waste our money. But in theirs, we have so many different things, from the fraud, from the binding and consecutively numbered, all the missing pages, the duplicate pages. We have many different things in regards to their petition. And at the end of the day, I think they'll have a rougher time defending. But like I said, I have no problem walking away from this beef today. No problem, because they're not my focus. I have nothing against him. I have nothing against Willie Wilson. I want to continue this race and focus on February 28th.
Hey, y'all. That is JaMal Green, candidate for mayor of the city of Chicago. Say you don't want no beef. You just want to run his race. That sounds like a fair request to me. Now, this is Chicago politics. But I would encourage you all, if you don't know the genesis of this beef, go back to Hulu and check out the Sundance award-winning movie that I starred in, City So Real, where Rickey Hendon and JaMal Green began the origins of this beef. Look, y'all, we're going to keep this conversation going when we come back. Are there any calls on the line? We'll take your calls. If you have any thoughts on this process, give us a call, 872-259-7474. Senator Hendon, he's saying he don't want no more beef. He's saying stand down. Ego or no? We'll talk about it more when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Hey, Chicagoland, all roads lead to Solo Beauty Supply, the largest black-owned beauty supply in Chicago. We carry a large selection of natural hair care products, plus much more. So come see us at one of our two locations, located at 9011 South Ashland or 8158 South Cottage Grove. Our inventory is growing, and with your support, Solo Beauty will continue to be a source of pride in our community.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Well, since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. But won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay that fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Oh, yeah. Well, since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over,
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more... Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Reese the Ruler, and that was JaMal Green. Hey, man. Reese said, stop picking on him. Stop picking with me. You ever had somebody pick. You like, stop! That's it. I'm done. I want to do something else. You know, I know I give JaMal Green a hard time as a young whippersnapper. And I still don't know that I agree with the whole concept of sharing the phone call. And he probably did admit that he was in the room when it happened. And although he didn't authorize it, he didn't stop it. But he said he would withdraw all the bull. He would quit doing all the bull if Willie could get Rickey to stop messing with him. What you think? Should Willie get Rickey to stop messing with him? Now, Rickey say that ain't my business. But I tell you like this, Reese. I know that he has to be being handsomely rewarded by Willie Wilson. Right? And Willie Wilson ain't denying his mans. And this is that moment, Reese, where you have to decide if you or the campaign is more important. Possibly. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. I know this from experience. Every time they print Willie Wilson, going forward, they're going to add this, whose operative, Rickey Hendon, was attempted to blah, blah, blah. Now, let me also say, Dr. Wilson would not have gotten as far as he's gotten without Rickey Hendon in the grand scheme of things. Gotta respect the game. So I don't know, man. I feel a way. I still feel a way about being recorded. And you know, from now on, man, y'all, see, I'm going to stop talking a lot more. I'll be quiet. But Rickey Hendon on tape appeared to get caught. Look at Antonio, you just tough. Anyway, so I wonder, what you think? What should Rickey stand down? Or should he keep at it? Should he, Rickey Hendon is like Patrick Beverly, like Dennis Rodman, right? Like, I'm going to get you off your game. Oh, no, man. You know me. I'm like, if you got under their skin and they had to go that far, you probably under there. They got an itch. Juan said, did Rickey just cost Willie his mayoral spot? How much impact you think this will have on Willie Wilson? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What's up? Caller, you there?
Hey, yeah, Maze?
Yes.
Yeah, Ron. Good morning, Maze.
Ron! What's up, man? Man, Ron, you make my day when you call, dog. You make my day when you call. Because, Ron used to be a regular, and I don't hear from you as much.
Oh,
and I be wondering if people still love me or not.
I'm here.
Ron, you my mans.
Oh, love you more than ever. Three quick points, Maze. I'm just going to be honest with you. First of all, I do not believe Dr. Willie Wilson when he said he was not aware of it. I mean, come on, that's his top operative. You've been in the game. You know it. That Rickey would not have done that without his approval. See, so it makes him look bad. But I'm hearing something else. And he has no chance of winning. And that was our hope.
Wait, who has no chance of winning? Who has no chance of winning? Tell me.
Dr. Will. He's a perennial loser. What has he won? He hasn't won anything. This is how I view him. When we keep talking about Harold Washington, but they don't talk about the business people that were behind Harold Washington. The guys from the Cadillac place.
Al Johnson.
I mean, all the black Al Johnson. See, that's how I visioned Willie Wilson. And not only at the mayor. You talked about it. There are groups that are getting behind, that represent business, that are getting behind some automatic races. You got, quote unquote, the progressives for getting behind. We're at the black group that's getting behind. So that what I just would view him. There are none, Mace, none. So that's how I view Willie Wilson. That's his expertise. Okay, let me move on. Rickey Hendon, that doesn't surprise me. I'm just gonna leave that there. That's you know that's him. I don't have any respect for that manner of doing things. But more important, what I want to say, May, is JaMal Green. Just like I talked about what Dr. Wilson could do. JaMal Green, I don't understand this guy. Maze, without ever holding any office, all I know is he's a quote-unquote activist. And so you expect anybody, not just black people, you expect Maze, I'm going to tell you, I think he would be the last person I would vote for on qualifications. Oh, you're going to run a $12 billion budget? And you haven't shown that you've done anything. See, I have always contended, and not saying that he doesn't have good ideas. What's wrong with running for alderman? We really need good aldermen. Last year, and like you had mentioned, this is a possibility. We will see a strong council, weak mayor. And the way things are looking, see, we keep talking about the mayor, but what about the council? So I would have seen him do anything. You can't. He couldn't run for state legislature. So, he just gonna run from being an activist to being the mayor of Chicago with all of his challenges. So again, he'd be the last person.
Who would be the first person?
The dark horse.
Give me your thoughts, Ryan. Who we need to be considering, and then I want to know who's the black candidate, and then Who do you think emerges overall? Who gonna win who gonna be the next mayor?
Paul Vallis. I told somebody this 2 years ago. Paul Vallis.
What?
He's going. That's a dark horse, man. That's. I used to hear him on the other end of the dial. He sitting in, with Prof and them, and I listened to him. And I told somebody then, and I said, "They're clear, mate. That's why Quinn. That's why Paul, Tony, the alderman that said was going to run. They cleared the field. You got one white candidate, and as far as Chewy, you look at the Hispanic numbers. A lot of them are not registered voters. But you look at the northwest side, southwest side, he did pro bono work for the police very quietly. So you don't hear white folks saying anything. They're not going to vote for Chewy, and they're not voting for Lightfoot. So you mark it down. The business community, and particularly the white business community, will get behind Paul Vallis, not Chewy. So that's going to be your man. And I'll be talking to you when that occurs. Have a good day and a great weekend. Always a pleasure, man.
Hey, y'all, it's the Ron Stradamus. You see Ron done put the predictions down. Now, look, you heard a black man say it's going to be Paul Vallis. I bet Juan Rangel is like, I think I like that. Anyway, y'all, that's kind of crazy. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Anybody else on the line? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Rickey Hendon, JaMal Green, what should happen, y'all?
Oh, good morning. This is Katie. How are you?
Hey, Katie from Ashburn. How you doing, darling?
I'm doing fine. I have been listening, for a long time to you, and so at first I was going to go with some other folks too. But I think that if Black Chicago, has anyone to really excel, Willie Wilson is our only candidate. I didn't say that at first, and the goal is to get rid of these other candidates. I guess by any black candidates by any means necessary. In Black Chicago, if we want people to get money, the gaming money, and have any whole foot into what's going on and building up businesses on the south side and the west side, really is our only hope. And I didn't say that at first, but now I say it. And then as far as with BRITNEY and Putin, I think he did an excellent job. Putin did an excellent job of negotiating. Here he got this knowledgeable person in prison that he could use this knowledge, especially at the time with this war that we're having. And he was able to just give up BRITNEY. That's pretty good. And my brother's mad at me because I told him that I heard from you guys that this guy, white guy, was dishonorably discharged. Now that says a lot. He just said, "Oh no." I said, "Yep, May said it." So my brother said, "Well, who is this man? Who you get your sources from?"
CNN, man, CNN. I watch CNN, but we don't want to talk about that. They're not going to put that in the forefront because it won't fit the narrative. White folks mad right now. Keep them mad.
Right.
What you get? How do you get dishonorably discharged from the Marines?
Right, and then to me, he was trying to rebuild his reputation by going in there and being a spy. But Putin did pretty good. There was some excellent. He got a basketball player for a big time ruthless gun dealer. Okay, bye.
Oh, y'all crazy black people. Y'all ain't right. It be your own people, Reese. The poor people would have had BRITNEY still sitting up in there. I know some Africans like maybe 15 and 20. I mean 20 and 9. Reese said you can round it up. No, you can't. No, you don't round it up. Anyway, freed BRITNEY. I'm glad. I know it's Tell Me Something Good Friday, but has anybody ever heard of Pangea? Does anybody ever heard of Pangea? If you have, you would be Pangea. Reese, so these be the stories that I feel like I should just read the story. Does anybody know who Pangea is? And I feel like Pangea, every time I've heard it, it has been called the biggest slumlord in the city of Chicago. If I'm incorrect, please tell me I'm incorrect. Correct me, but Pangea has been labeled. People talk about Pangea, their unfair practices, etc. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not saying that they are. I'm saying that I feel like this is what I recall. If I'm not, Pangea Reese is one of the largest developers, largest property management companies on the south side and west side of Chicago. They just sold their portfolio of 7,500 units in Chicago to a New York-based company for $600 million. Pretty cool deal, right? So imagine you've been collecting rent since the Great Depression. You own all of this land, and now you about to chip out. Can I read this story to you? All right? Do you know who owns Pangea? How about this? I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to read the story out loud. Everybody listen to the story. It's going to take me about 4 minutes to read this story, but please bear with me. I want to know, and I want you to pay attention. This is about Pangea, okay? And I'm going to read the story, and I want you to interpret the story for me. And what I would read if I heard this story. After amassing a portfolio of about 7,500 apartments in Chicago area, local landlord Pangea Properties is selling all of them in one of the biggest local multifamily deals in many years. Ready? Chicago-based Pangea has agreed to sell the properties it owns here to Emerald Empire, a real estate investment firm based in suburban New York, the two companies confirmed. Emerald is paying in the ballpark of $600 million for the 400 property portfolio, according to a person familiar with the sale. The deal will generate a big payday for Pangea and its investors, allowing them to harvest their gains from a portfolio that the company held by The deal will generate a big payday for Pangea and its investors, allowing them to harvest their gains from a portfolio that the company, led by founder Al Goldstein, started accumulating in the darkest days of the Great Recession. That's not the Great Depression, the Great Recession. In 90s, you know what I'm talking about? Pangea acquired low-cost housing in low-income neighborhoods with a focus on the south and west sides. It eventually expanded beyond Chicago to Indianapolis and Baltimore. Pangea's holdings include a 172-unit property at 5501 West Washington, a 154-unit building at 13330 South Indiana, and a 25-unit building at 5300 South Michigan. Listen to this. Emerald has been impressed with Pangea's operations and long-term strategy for some time. Emerald principal Moshe Weschler said in an email. Emerald agreed to buy Pangea's Chicago properties in May, the email said. The transaction has yet to close. The Real Deal Chicago first reported the news of the sale. Here we go. Pangea is part of an immigrant success story featuring Goldstein as its main character. Born in Uzbekistan, Goldstein moved at the age of 8 with his family to the United States, settling in Skokie. After graduating from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, he worked at an investment banking before launching an online payday loan company, CashNet USA that he sold for $265 million in 2006. Given CashNet's customer base, it only made sense that Goldstein and his partners would venture into low-income housing. That was the tie, Goldstein told Cranes in 2012. That's where we believe we could create value because we understood the demographic. Goldstein went on to found Avant, an online lender and credit card company that recently raised $250 million in debt and preferred equity. In 2019, a group of investors, including Goldstein, also founded New Lake Capital Partners, a cannabis-oriented real estate company. Though Pangea said it's improving some of the city's poorest neighborhoods by fixing up the housing stock, the company has faced criticism from housing advocates and lawsuits for its eviction practices and building code violations. Pangea started in 2009 and has since built a company that employs nearly 500 people who work tirelessly to improve the lives of countless residents and communities we serve. Pangea CEO Peter Marte said in an email he declined to comment further. Chestnut Ridge, New York-based Emerald has already a small presence in Chicago, which includes a 69-unit building at 5036 North Sheridan and a 37-unit property at 1716 North Shore Avenue. An immigrant success story. Al Goldstein came from Uzbekistan at age 8 and during the Great Recession. You know, when all the black people's homes got foreclosed on and everybody got kicked out and they was selling all the foreclosed homes for cheap. But guess where he got his money from? Because he started a payday loan company. Remember CashNet?
Yeah, I do.
Everybody remembers CashNet because it was one of the first online ones. He said, so he used his understanding of payday loans and how Negroes and their money was, because listen to what they said. Given CashNet's customer base, niggas, it only made sense that Goldstein and his partners would venture into low-income housing. So after we've loaned them, we know they're paid. We hit them with the high interest payday loans. We know that we have now mastered this poor group that we can underperform and underdeliver in their housing stock. And when they don't pay us, we can kick them out. Aaron Goldstein and his partners sold Pangea to Emerald principal Moshe Weschler. Now, I'm not going to interpret this article because it will give me letters. But I want you to understand that this was in writing. Okay. The deal will generate a big payday for Pangea and its investors, allowing them to harvest their gains from a portfolio that the company led by Al Goldstein started accumulating in the darkest days of the Great Recession. The pain and suffering of black people is used for the profit of others. So when all of our families and friends in our neighborhoods were being decimated, Al Goldstein from Uzbekistan came here at age 8, gathered capital, bought up properties focused on the south and west side using the money that he did from payday loans, and while he was in the payday loan business, understood how black people operate. They understood the demographic. They put it in writing. It's in writing right here. It's in Cranes. We don't need Ruthie right now. Uzbekistan, Al Goldstein who then sold it to Moshe Wechsler. This is all, I'm reading the story. So a payday loan company converts, so after, because you're taking the payday loans out to try and keep up with your mortgage that you foreclosing on, that's been foreclosed on. Now I realize that all these people got kicked out of their houses. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy the house that they got kicked out of. I'm going to rent them back to them. And then when they can't pay because they just got jammed on their payday loan, I can kick them out and put somebody else in. And then I'm going to turn it into, after doing that, I'm going to turn it into a $600 million deal. So now what I have to do is cross-reference all of Pangea's contributions politically. Reese, did you hear the article? I just read
I heard
what the article said. Pangea is part of an immigrant success story featuring Goldstein as its main character. Born in Uzbekistan, I think Uzbekistan is kind of by Ukraine, where JB and them came from, originated from. Moved at age 8. What did I tell you? Everybody comes here, looks at us, sees our joint, and be like, "Oh, I could." It's like when a black person gets off the plane in Houston.
Oh, this is a sweet lick here.
Oh.
They doing this here?
After graduating from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, he worked at an investment banking firm before launching an online payday loan company.
ILL, right?
An immigrant success story because he launched an online payday loan company that we all know called CashNet. That was 300% interest. 300. And he came up during the Great Recession. Reese, when I read this at first, I was thinking this was a guy who did this in the Great Depression. No, Reese, this was 2008-9. So as your neighborhoods are being foreclosed, because you just got a flexible interest rate.
Not a flexible interest rate.
You did. That then flew up on you. You signed up to get a payday loan because you swimming. As I start to become a multi-millionaire from the payday loan money, I'm like, dang, here go the new source. The reason they taking these loans out is because they losing these houses. Let me go buy these houses.
And you know, I don't think there's no more payday loans out right now.
Right, because they changed the interest rates. Now, given CashNet's customer base, it only made sense that Goldstein and his partners would venture into low-income housing. That was the tie, he told us. That is where we believe we could create value because we knew how to market niggas. We knew how to milk them. We know that brothers live week to week. We know the hustle of borrowing Peter to pay Paul, and so we know how the currency exchange work. This is an article today in Cranes, of which I will not interpret any further. But to watch someone be celebrated for taking a payday loan company, understanding during the Great Recession what it was, and saying to people, in your worst, darkest days, we're going to make money off of their demise of losing their houses. At which time, at the end, fam, they keep it in the circle and pass it within a universe. So how does Moshe Wexler, you hear me? Then now owns our land wealth, has transferred out of our hands into we now have a second owner. The land that you fought and tilled and everybody got. Y'all remember that story about, remember I was telling my daughter about the case for reparations from Ta-Nehisi Coates, and it explained how the housing went in Chicago? They put in the paper, in this, given CashNet's customer base. Who was CashNet's customer base? Can we answer that question? See how they did that, though?
It's always the wording.
On the south and west side, who's his customer base? So you celebrated for the payday loan company? Does anybody remember when the payday loan rate was 300% interest? How ironic that this conversation is happening right now. Hey, Reese, you know where 5501 West Washington is? It's a big building, man. Right. This family was all done in your lifetime. We've been sold twice in your life, twice within 20 years. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I just felt the need to read the article. Can I ask a question? Do I need to interpret it, or was it interpreted? Could you uninterpret it?
It was self-interpreted. Especially if you've been a member on the show, then you read between the lines by now.
Okay. So let's take a quick break. I hope I don't see Pangea on nobody's D2s. I got questions. If I do, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break. Mace Jackson.
Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show? What's up?
Hi, this is Katie. How are you?
Hey! Okay, hold on. I'm going to make an official nomination right now that we make Katie the new president of the phone club. Reese, can I get a second from you, man?
I second it.
All right, it's been moved and properly seconded. Everybody tuned in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. If you vote that Katie should be the new president of the phone club, please signify by saying aye. The ayes have it. Congratulations, you are now the new president of the phone club. Katie from Ashburn.
We did it. We did it. You're going to be the next president.
How you doing, boss lady?
Thank you. Fine. Thank you. I accept that nomination. Thank you.
All right. You got drafted.
Mace Jackson.
It's the Mace Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Mace said, we out of here.
I'm feeling good, y'all. Smiling more every day. Closer to my dreams, hey, guapole, the food tastes better. I stopped smoking squares, healing from the inside out, making repairs. I forgave some people, thanked them for the lessons, cause holding on to it was blocking my blessings. No more stressing, worry dishonors God, so I just pray, and I'm loving my odds. Mingle with like minds, gravitate where light shines. Graduate, masters, your rhymes ain't like mine. Big dank from the west side, this is my best self. Taking vacations, hoping the rest helps. Got a career now, loving what's ahead. My spirit is free from the stuff that I shared.
I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about.
walking on higher ground. Got out the country, visit some new towns, made some new friends, let go of some bad ones. Soon as that took place, everything got fun. My lifestyle going up, opportunities showing up. I'm back where I wanna be, no headaches and throwing up. Reconnect with the homie, it's positive energy, vibes and wavelengths. It's all about frequency. I'm back with my first love, it feel like the first time. I'm back in the studio, this ain't my first rhyme. I wake up every day, blessed as heavenly. Before I ain't say much, now I got much to say. Raise my credit score, got rid of some past debt. Heard that's attractive, well call me a magnet. Plugged into an outlet, living life outright. All on my Kid Cudi, focusing day and night. Right?
Now ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about.
Feel good. See, my state gets busy. That's the cardinal rule.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, and it's almost time for us to go because it's time for Tell Me Something Good Friday. Wow, wow. Dun, 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 dun. Tell me that you love me. Yeah. All right. Tell me something good. Wow, wow. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Are you happy to have a new owner? Building owner. Sorry. That's all I meant. They handed the keys over. It's like I felt like they handed the leash over. Like, take good care of them now. I did, man. I'm off to the cannabis. Here you go. Now treat Jim good. Got a lot of use out of him. Reese, I'm gonna tell you what. I got something good. First of all, I'm gonna go backwards. And y'all give us a call, 872-259-7474. Y'all better call in and tell us something good. It's been a long week. So I don't expect just me and Reese to do it. So somebody, I don't care if it's Tracy, I hope you healing. I don't care if it's Erica. I don't care if it's Junior Lee. Junior Lee, why don't you call in? You scared. You probably somewhere buying cognac, jewelry, and cars. Reese, tell me something good, man. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Tell us something good. Reese, what you got? Tell me something good. It's Friday.
It's Friday. You know what, man? My something good is my favorite cousin. Probably just landed because he texted me, but I ain't ready to check. He used to live here, but he moved to Atlanta, so he here for his my other cousin, which is his sister's birthday. So they gonna pull up to Beaufields. That's 51559 South Cicero this weekend. They gonna come through, kick it, have a drink or so. You know, I ain't seen my cousins in a while, so we all like first.
Y'all cousins.
First cousins.
Cousins is your cousins. Playing like we.
Nah, these my cousins. You know, and then it's always good to see like all my cousins as one because you get the little different batches. Like, you know, like we all love each other, but it's that crazy cousin, which is probably me. And then it's, you know, like
conservative cousin.
Yeah, you know, it's the one.
Reese, why are you doing that?
Yeah, you know, it's that. Oh
Reese,
my
you're
God,
not eating with your fingers, are you?
Doing that again? You know, but we love, like, it's no hate. We all laugh. We know, like, different characters. You know, it's always a time with my cousin. So they going to come through, and then I'm going to kick it with him. So that's my tell me something.
Reese, is it like my cousin? Y'all cousins like my cousin?
Yeah, we got all. I'm telling you, and then it's that one cousin be like, "What are you again, guys?" Like, you know, it's
again, cuz. Close the door.
But yeah, man, it's definitely
let the window up.
It's definitely that type of vibe, you know. And then we have our rich cousin. Like, you be like, "Hey, man, let's meet up." They be like, "Oh, well, I think we should get tables at the Sears Tower." We be like, "Cuz, everybody ain't like that, all right? Listen, how about we get
a treat, fool? Treat." I be like, man, so. Sometimes you got the big Willie cousin, do the big Willie cousin stunt or do the big Willie cousin stunt for itself. Like, you know, like sometimes we just be like Tennille, she got stuntery in her. She just play it off, but she be like, we got it.
See, my brother probably is one of the stunt, but he doesn't really stunt, but like he was always looked at as like the
big cousin,
right? You know, and then it's my other cousin named Danielle. She does realtor. She's taking off, so like she like the other one, but she don't stunt. She's like real humble, like she one of them like nice people, like, oh no, don't do that. It's not how you live life, you know. Like she's one of them do it right type people, like, you know, like can't lie, like
don't
do speeding. Yes, officer, I was just speeding. I'm sorry, I'm going too fast. Like you want to like, cuz you ain't gotta just snitch like that. But yeah, so it's gonna be a different variety. So man, that's my tell me something good Friday.
All right, man, that's good to hear your cousins, man. I would like to hang out with my cousins. I missed the last hangout because I was out of town. And the cousins got together. Yeah, so that's good. Anybody got some tell me something good? Give us a call. 872-259.
Liz say that her son.
Liz on the phone?
No. On the comment said her son received the National Honors of Society attending Grambling State.
Hey, all right, Liz. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, man. Yo, congratulations. Good. Tell me something good. It's a lot of kids getting their early acceptance letters from colleges. Me and my boy just put in some. We got to go do some college visits a little bit. Man, my son, he let the air out the balloon, Reese. I told you he don't want to go to U of I.
He don't want to go to ILL.
He want to go to a small school.
EIU?
No.
EIU small maybe what he like, and I'm for sure he could probably start on the basketball team. So tell him don't. No.
Nah, he is really starting to and I'll be honest, he's digging the small colleges. He's really starting to dig the small college. He keep giving me this list that we got to go to. So we got to go check out. If there's anybody who's a Lewis alum, I'd like to talk to you. Okay, so man, my son wants to go visit Lewis. He wants to visit North Central. Yeah, those are the two he wants to see in the area. Oh, and Benedictine. So we're going to go check those out. He want to go. I feel like my son going to be in the Bermuda Triangle, dog.
So he don't want to go too far.
Well, but the Bermuda Triangle, that's northern, Lewis.
Just not northern.
Oh no, he went to northern. He said that was the most ghetto experience he ever had.
And boring. Please don't go to northern.
He was like, oh my God. My son, he kind of halfway bougie. He was like, Dad, they was hollering out the window. They was smoking in the rooms. They was like, but we like candles. He's like, my mother's right here. My mother is right here.
Yeah. So Lewis, I actually attended a couple of their things. My brother went there, so
it's tough for me to go to the little schools, right? Like, cause when you go to U of I, the Union Party, like when it's 1,000 black people at U of I, so it's still it's 500 now, but. Like when I was there, it was 1,000, so all 1,000 probably went to everything. So you felt like you had a crew. Man, I remember we'd be like, they having a party. We having a party. Man, you get in the basement of Aurora, it'd be like 22 people there. And 22 and 20 of them Greek. So you can't even stunt. It's like you can't even be like, look at me as I'm doing my party walk. Because everybody party walking. There's one person standing in the circle. Like, I'm trying to pledge too.
I'm trying to see which one of y'all stole the best. Right. So let me see which one of y'all go with. I can go in my dorm room and practice.
Man, y'all know y'all been in the room practicing y'all walks. I did it, so stop running. I remember when I was like trying to make I said, man, I'll be so cold as a Sigma, right? Anyway. So shout out to my son who actually, y'all, popped out again. I wasn't able to go, but shout out to my man Vince Bass for going there. They played St. Francis de Sales. They got whooped. But
you said they lost?
Mm-hmm. But MJ did his thing again. Like his confidence is actually coming. Right? It's like, but St. Francis was jumping out the gym, fam. St. Francis was jumping out the gym. So shout out to my son. Oh, he's got a game tonight. Man, we going over to Ellison.
So I just keep putting up them numbers.
Hey, man, that's what I keep telling MJ. Put the numbers up, man. Shoot. He had 10 the other day. 5 for 7 from the free throw line. Plus, you know what I'm saying? But
shoot some free throws.
Hey, boy, let me tell you, that boy can really shoot. Like, once he gets his... The thing is, Reese, he don't never shoot enough to get a rhythm, right? So it used to be he'd shoot one and then not shoot no more and pass everything. Not like, you got to get a feel for the rim.
Oh, yeah. You remember I used to come out on them Sunday runs?
Oh, right.
I used to mess with him because he was small, so I used to always pick what I said, man, listen, I'm going to put you in this post so you get somebody on you. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to
get on him. I might have to put y'all back in. We might have to open up the Sundays.
And then he got that ball. He took me out the dribble and pull up. I said, oh, okay. Then he started talking to me. I said, oh, there it go right there. He was all quiet. He started talking. He started shooting that thing there. I said, oh, okay. But that's how it is, man. I said, MJ, I'll put you right here on my hip until you learn. But yeah, oh man, I'm
proud of him, man. I'm just proud to see it. Like me and Vince both, like, man, Joe, it's like my biggest. He made a big jump to leave St. Rita to go to his new school, right? He was just like, I want the opportunity to play, Dad. I did everything you told me to do. I'm a good student. I don't get in no trouble. Please, I just want to play my senior year. I want to go somewhere where at least I have a shot. And he is starting to make the most of the shot.
Is any of his schools contingent based off him playing? Is he trying to play like in college, or is
he does want to play in college?
So like when he handed you like the little papers and stuff, has he also looked at the basketball teams too?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which is probably part of why he done went to a small school route, right? Like,
hey, listen, Ja Morant, Steph Curry, you see them?
Hey, man,
they wasn't in no big name schools like Davidson and Ja Morant was over there in the OVC conference. That's the EIU.
Oh, so, right.
Yeah, it ain't even so. You look at people get drafted from them small schools, picked high. Man, he's picked. Ja Morant was picked 2. So you know what I'm saying. So it don't matter the school. Go out there, you perform. You do your best, and you will get noticed. And then, like I'm telling you, man, go over them to them little small schools, drop 50 a night, and then. Come draft night, you'll get picked.
Man.
And I'm proud of that. I'm going to definitely have to come and watch a game one time, though.
Yeah, you know what? It's like I used to not invite people because I ain't want to put them under pressure. But now it's like, y'all, we got to go on ahead. It's good stuff. All right, what else do I got? Tell me something good. Oh, Obsidian. Thank you to everybody who showed up yesterday. Thank you to the Turnstone board who had their board meeting there. And then I want to thank Alderman David Moore and everybody who came out to his event last night. Great time. I want to encourage you all to check out Obsidian. We appreciate you a lot. Also, I want to say, tell me something good. Oregano oil. It tastes nasty, but it worked like a mug. Reese, get you some oregano oil. Sister Erica said I got to get me some hot tea and ginger to get the remainder of the congestion up out of me.
Yeah, that's why I'm usually always sipping some tea, man.
Really?
Yeah, I'll stay with some tea, especially during the cold time.
See, and I think this coffee with all this cream creates more mucus during my time, so I'm on top of that. But, y'all, it is all good. Thank you to, and let me tell you, thank you to my team. Shout out to Big Swill, who I give the hardest time in the world to, for trying to make it happen. Thank you to my sister, to Neil, who always kind of, I have gotten restless in my old age. So shout out to my sister for picking up the mantle. And look, y'all, it's a great weekend. I want y'all to kick it. Don't forget, we got a BP1 meeting tomorrow, 10:30 at Obsidian. We will be nominating officers. So if you are in a BP1 or What's in It for the Black People member and you were financial before COVID, please be there tomorrow because we are nominating officers for our new exec board. All right, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. So for Maze, Reese, and Ruthie, I am the host where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Address the facts, man. Lightfoot seen. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16.